Welcome in! Today, we're going to dive into boosting your short-term memory, and we're going to do it by stealing some secrets from the pros, people whose jobs depend on having an absolutely incredible memory.
All right, let's just jump right in with a question. What job, what profession out there do you think is the most demanding memory task in the entire world?
Okay, could it be a surgeon in the middle of a complex operation? I mean, talk about pressure. They need to recall every single step perfectly.
Or what about a pilot trying to land a plane in a crazy storm? The amount of information they have to process is just staggering, right?
Well, the answer is probably not what you're thinking. It's actually live simultaneous interpreting. Seriously, just think about it for a second. These folks have to listen to one language, process it, translate it in their head, and then speak it out in another language, all at the same time, with almost no delay. It is an absolutely unbelievable feat of mental gymnastics.
So to really get why that is so hard, and, the important part, how we can steal their tricks, we first need to understand how our brain's own little temporary notepad, its scratchpad, actually works.
Yeah, see, your short-term memory, it's not for the long haul, not for your first birthday party. It's more like a mental countertop. It's where you put all the stuff you're working with right now. But here's the kicker. That countertop is tiny. It can only hold about 7 things at once.
And not only is it tiny, but it also cleans itself off super fast. If you're not actively using something, like when you repeat a phone number to yourself over and over, that information can just poof, gone in about 30 seconds. And this whole flow is it's everything. Think of it like a funnel. All this sensory info bombards us, right? But it's gone in a flash. The stuff our brain flags as important gets pushed into that short-term memory workspace we were talking about, and only from there does it get a shot at being stored away for good in our long-term memory.
Okay, so what happens when that crucial step, that workspace, fails us? Well, the results can be anything from a massive international incident to, just being really annoying.
Okay, look at this example. The speaker says, the thief who was caught red-handed, but what an interpreter might remember under pressure is just, the thief was detained. See that? That tiny phrase, caught red-handed, is gone. And with it, a huge piece of the meaning. That's a big deal.
And hey, this is the exact same thing that happens to us every single day. It's why you meet someone and their name just evaporates from your brain. Or why you walk into the kitchen with a mission and then you're just standing there, completely blank. It's your brain's countertop clearing itself off before you were ready.
But here's the really cool part. These interpreters, they weren't just born with super memories. Nope, they train for it. They do specific mental gymnastics to build that memory muscle. And the best part? We can totally steal their workout plan.
All right, technique number 1 is called shadowing. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. All you do is listen to someone talk, like on the radio or a podcast, and you repeat exactly what they're saying word for word, just a couple of seconds behind them. What this does is it forces your brain to hold on to information while simultaneously processing new information. It's like a bicep curl for your brain. Seriously.
Okay, now the next technique is all about tapping into something our brains are naturally amazing at. We are visual creatures. Images stick with us way better than a bunch of boring, abstract words.
So, exercise number 2 is visualization. Instead of just trying to memorize a description of a room, you actually build that room in your head. Picture the color of the walls, the feel of the carpet, the sound of the clock ticking. You're turning words into a mental movie, and that is so much easier for your brain to hang on to.
Okay, so those are the pro-level workouts. But it's not all about hitting the mental gym. You can also build a better memory just by incorporating some really powerful habits into your everyday life.
Let's start with fuel. What you put in your body absolutely matters, and the science is pretty clear on this. Less sugar is good. Things like green tea, coffee, and those amazing omega-3 fatty acids you get from fish or walnuts, they're all great for your brain's memory function.
Next up, rest and recharge. This one's huge. When you sleep, your brain is hard at work, filing away the important memories from the day. So that's 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. It's not optional, it's essential. And get this, even a super short meditation session, like just 8 minutes, can give your short-term memory a boost.
And of course, you gotta keep your brain active. It's a muscle after all. So that means doing puzzles, crosswords, Sudoku, you name it. But it also means physical exercise. A good 30-minute run can actually help your memory. And here's a fun one. Some studies show that even just listening to Mozart can help engage your brain.
All right, and finally, a few quick hacks you can use right in the moment. First, just repeat stuff. Say it out loud or in your head. When you're learning something new, try to use more than one sense. Don't just see it. What does it sound like? Smell like? And my personal favorite, create really weird visual ways to remember things. The stranger and funnier you make the mental image, the more likely it is to stick.
Okay, let's put it all together. What's the big takeaway here? Well, there's no single magic pill. The real secret is a powerful, two-pronged attack for building a memory that you can really count on.
It really comes down to this. On one hand, you do the focused pro-level training, the shadowing, the visualization, to actually build your brain's raw capacity. And on the other hand, you support that with all the good daily habits, the right food, enough sleep, and staying active to keep your brain healthy and running at peak performance.
So there you have it. You've got the tools now, the secrets from the pros, the daily habits backed by science, the whole shebang. So the only question left for you is, what's the first thing you're going to use this on? What do you want to remember with perfect clarity?